I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like your...
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. On second down now, it's Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 27-yard line. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, check 24.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of their defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. David Onyemata coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Cousins. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 25, check 25.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's see what you got.
Now Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They run the counter with Cook. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Breeze now. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Just like that. Just like that.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready. 5-9. Check.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here I come. Here I come.
From the 44, Cousins. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Check 31. Check 31. Begin.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To the air again, it's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play fake. Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. To throw, it's Breeze. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Breeze to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6 man. Check.
Now Breeze. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
95-56.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Breeze going to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Breeze now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
You go right here, Omaha. You got that right there. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Shit.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Switch. Hatchet. Joker.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Play action now. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Ready. Yellow lady. 11.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
21.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Saints 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. On the ground, it's Cook. Work it across midfield inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Check 50, check 50. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins, and the pressure gets to him again. Mike Bennett able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Saints take over. Let's go. At their own
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Breeze now. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. Now Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Madison. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
95-56, 95-56.
Breeze now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the Saints' 39-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.